I thought Love at First Like was a pretty decent film. This was released in 2023. It's directed by John Murlowski. It's written by Hannah Marie Hines, and we have a cast including Gina Vitori as Kacey and Nate Crnkovich as Ryan. And Ryan is an influencer who gives dating advice and kind of against her wishes. It's not the project she wanted, but Kacey has been tasked with writing an article about him and the tips that he gives. And they don't get off to the best of terms. I feel like Kacey maybe had a bit of a chip on her shoulder. I feel like she could have been a little bit nicer, especially as she was supposed to be acting professionally, but nevertheless, she wasn't, and they didn't get off to the best of starts. But he agrees to do this interview and help her with the article. And she has to agree for him to set up a dating profile for her to prove that it works. He's trying to prove that his dating tips are effective. Whether or not it works and she gets any dates, I'm not going to say, but she does learn to look at things differently and maybe open her heart up to things that she perhaps might not have expected at the beginning of the film. I will say no more than that about the specifics of the narrative, but I really enjoyed it. Sometimes films about influencers, vloggers, they can either be really, really irritating because they really go overboard with those characters, or they can have a nice contemporary feel to them that's quite joyful to watch and relatable to some extent, and this definitely falls into the latter. I never found Ryan to be annoying. Kacey, I did. Not necessarily annoying, but I feel like she could have behaved a little bit better at certain points, but actually they quite quickly started to get along more, and we could then develop the characters and develop the narrative, and everything moved forward at a really steady pace, and I really enjoyed it. I found it to be a really nice narrative, not too busy, but with enough going on that it was kept fresh, and really likeable characters. Kacey became quite likeable quite quickly. That wasn't a problem, and as I said, I felt like Ryan was likeable pretty much from the get-go. So if you're looking for a nice story that's quite an easy watch with some likeable characters and good performances, all of the technical aspects are good, music's good, camera work, lighting, all of those boxes are ticked without any problem, then I'm very happy to recommend it.